Hello, welcome back again. It's Roy coming back for another video, and in this one we are discussing the possibilities of a brand new crossover manga fighting game. Jump Stars Ultimax by CyberConnect and Bandai. So very exciting stuff. The first sort of rumor mill stuff we heard about this was a year ago in a tweet, and there's been a lot of speculation by fans online. But is it going to be the game that we really want? I'm talking to all you guys out there that played the old games, Jump Ultimate Stars and Jump Superstars. Oh man, those games were so good. The deck coma construction system, all the playable characters for all those different manga which are developed by Shonen Jump. It has the potential to be one of the best crossover fighting games of all time, like Super Smash Bros. So we gotta see what's coming next. I'm extremely excited to see what comes next. I just hope it's in the form that I am personally excited for. You know, we've had crossover fighting games for several years. You know, we've had Super Smash Bros. We've had Marvel vs. Capcom games. I always really liked these Jump games. Big fan of manga. I love manga. And I thought my favorite of the series was Jump Ultimate Stars. You know, over the years they've done, you know, the Jump Victory Versus. They've done Jump Force. Those are like the 3D fighting games with the manga characters inside. And even back in 2006, there was a PS2 and GameCube game which was Battle Stadium DON, Battle Stadium Dawn, which is Dragon Ball, One Piece, and Naruto. So, you know, they dabbled in the 3D stuff in recent years with Victory Versus and Jump Force. And even they did in 2018, for celebrating 50 years of Shonen Jump, they did a Smash Bros. Like little mini, like chibi fighter game called Weekly Shonen Jump Jikyo Janjan Stadium for your mobile phone. Which is great and all, but you know, some people are speculating that it could be a 2D fighting game engine similar to Dragon Ball FighterZ. That would be fantastic, especially if they keep the coma system, the excellent deck construction system that they had in Ultimate Stars. Basically, you could create a deck using whatever manga characters you wanted as your support, as your main fighter, playable fighter. So you could pick like Goku, and then you could have like a Piccolo support or a Gohan support, and then like a helper, which is just a one coma. A coma is like a manga panel, and so you could have like a helper, which is just like a minor buff it's giving you to your character, as well as like support characters, which are essentially they're like assist trophies in Super Smash Brothers. So I would love to see them go back to that, because you could like construct your deck. You had 3 different aspects of this. You could have a character that is power or strength, I think it was, intelligence, or laughter. And all of these 3 essentially factored in, they were like rock, paper, scissors, essentially. I think like strength beat intelligence, intelligence beat laughter, and then laughter beat power, something like that. But yeah, I'd love to see that. All of these different manga come together again. The fact that it potentially might be a 2D fighter is good news, because we've seen how good it looks on Dragon Ball FighterZ at this point. I liked it when it was, Jump Ultimate Stars and Superstars, where you could have this deck construction element of like using some of these panels to create a deck, like and fight with the deck. You could have like multiple player characters you could use, as long as you had at least one playable character, support character, and helper character helping out whichever fighter you selected. Across all these different series: JoJo, Bleach, Yu-Gi-Oh!, One Piece, Dragon Ball Z, the list goes on. All these different manga creations, Hunter x Hunter, and Fist of the North Star. There's so many possibilities, and I like the fact that they put this manga art as a key component of the game. Like, you were gaining power from the manga panels themselves when you were creating your own manga deck, which was just basically your own manga page, which you could add other characters onto. And as well as this, it was great to see that over the years, so many new manga have been produced by Jump. What's currently being showcased now on the these are all the planet or world entries. These are all quite old manga, some of them. Some of them have been going on for years, some of them have concluded now. But it'd be cool to see some of these newer manga creators and their characters sharing the limelight, and to have these new characters kind of show up as well. Ones that we see in, like, Dr. Stone and Boku no Hero, the My Hero Academia stuff. Here we go, Yu-Gi-Oh! Excellent. Bring back Yu-Gi-Oh! So yeah, I cannot, I cannot express just how excited I would be if this is done correctly, if this Jump Ultimax game comes out in a form where all of us manga fans can all, get on board with it. Because, some people out there really love Jump Force, and they play it, they enjoy it, and Victory Versus as well, the more 3D fighter, that's fine. But I think, unfortunately, what was lost with those was the deck construction element, which is like a different aspect of the gameplay. And I liked the kind of 2D sort of jumping around, Smash Bros style, smashing each other off the stage. And also evolving your characters. You start off with like a basic character, which is like 4 or 5, and then you can evolve it into like a 6 or 7 in terms of like how much of the manga page it takes up. And by evolving the character, they'll say different things. They can interact with different characters as well on the deck construction menu, and they give each other like a little buff or a little bonus, which I think it's fantastic. You should definitely keep that stuff, as well as showing the progression of these characters and how powerful they are going to be when you evolve them. Jump Ultimate Stars was great as well, because I know online multiplayer is kind of a given now, but all the same, including those multiplayer elements would be great. New manga, obviously, new characters included, and old as well. Maybe some older ones which they haven't included would be great, as well as new playable characters and assist trophy support characters too. Because Jump Ultimate Stars, I think it was the best Jump game they ever produced. It had just a really good selection of characters. At the time, a lot of the manga were going through lots of different types of storylines, and you got to see, Shippuden, Naruto, all the developments that were happening in One Piece and the growth of those characters as well, how they changed and got more powerful. And there was just so much to it that the storyline was pretty basic. Obviously, just going to different worlds and doing different challenges. It was very, very similar to like Super Smash Bros. If you look at the storyline modes which have been released for those series of games. But it always had this element of, it was on DS as well, so you could see two different screens, and on the bottom screen was where you could do the deck construction and add manga panels that you wanted to use in your fights. And as you went through, you would unlock, if you went to, say, the One Piece world, you could like unlock characters there, use them in your decks, and then go to the Dragon Ball world, unlock characters there, and like combine them. And yeah, it was really neat. And I think there's still a lot you can do with this. You know, I know some of these manga, like with JoJo at the moment, that's Ultra Jump, I think now. So a bit different, but you could still have these guys come back for a game, you know. That JoJo's game that they produced, JoJo's Bizarre Adventure, All-Star Battle, you have something similar to that style, which is very similar to the Dragon Ball Z fighter game style. And I know the unique thing about the DS was the double screen, so you could do something like this touchscreen using the deck system. But you could have something similar, surely, with some newer games in this line. But you never know. I think the fact that it's Bandai and the CyberConnect means it's probably going to be more similar to like the Fighter Z and the All-Star Battle, and it more than likely won't include deck construction, but they could still do it, I think. Anyway, that would be kind of the dream, was kind of a blending of the two of them, and just open the gates to all of these different franchises, all of these different manga worlds and series. Could work really well. So I don't know when we're getting this game. There's been various rumor mills going on and discourse online of what it's going to look like, what's coming up. We might just have to wait for a Tokyo Game Show, or even a announcement from Jump themselves to see what could be next. Because obviously you could put in, like, you know, Jujutsu Kaisen characters and Demon Slayer characters now, and can't remember all the other stuff that's currently running in Jump right now. Obviously all the One Piece stuff, you have a bunch of new playable and support characters for that. It's been going on for so long now. And just kitchen sink, you know, manga crossover. Go for it, you know. It was really impressive what they could do on the DS with Jump Ultimate Stars. It was one of the best games I played on the DS, like, almost certainly, because of it just nailed being a crossover fighting game. And it was a cool way of, like, introducing people to certain series, as well as a bit of nostalgia for people who remember these anime and shows and manga. And you'd be like, oh, it's, you know, whoever, you know, or like, I remember that power or something being used in the series, and yeah, fantastic, you know. So there's a lot they can do with it. I just really hope it comes out in the form that all of us fans want. You know, if they look at Jump Ultimate Stars and just take as many notes as they can for what worked in that, apply it to this newer game, you know, I think we're going to have a fantastic game coming, but we'll have to see. We're going to have to see. But I really do hope that the people at Jump and the people developing this game really do make it just one of those games which people remember fondly, introduces people to a lot of new series, maybe makes them go back to old series. You know, it's great. It's a game for fans of this type of manga. And so yeah, this Ultimax, still waiting for more details. We have no idea what's coming. But we can live in hope. We can continue to see what they will bring to the table. Hopefully reintroduce us to some old series that we love, as well as show us some older series that we really like as well. Oh, sorry, newer series. Some newer series as well. But we'll have to see. But what do you guys think? Do you think it's going to be coming anytime soon? Do you know anything about what might be going down at Jump or in the development of this Ultimax game? Could this all just be, you know, just fake news? I don't know. I really hope it's going to be good if that is the case, you know. If it's the case that it is actually being made, sorry, not if it's fake news. Yeah, a lot of good memories, it has the potential to be up there with Super Smash Bros. Because if you look at Super Smash Bros. Ultimate, that's also a good, it's a good example to set for what a crossover fighting game should be like. And same with Marvel vs. Capcom, to be honest, like the older ones. Include as many playable characters as possible, and support characters as well. Have really cool stages to fight in. Have some great sort of stuff for fans in there. You know, balance these characters to an extent. Balance the gameplay, because I know there was some like overpowered characters in some of these games and stuff, but like depending on who it is, like they should be powerful, I think. Depends on the character, but yeah, and the series, but it's fantastic. Even looking through all this, the manga slides which are coming up right now, it's bringing back so many memories. Great stuff. So, yeah, what do you think? Do you think this is actually going to happen? Do you think there's another Jump game in the works? Do you think this might be fake news? Do you think... What kind of game do you think this is going to be? What do you want to see in this next installment of Jump? Like me, are you hoping it's like a Super Smash Bros. Ultimate, but for Jump? Even if it's like the last game they ever produced, which is unlikely because they've done a few of these now, but having that same treatment and respect for this, you know, crossover fighting game, the same extent they had in Smash Bros. They had like everyone is here was the tagline. They included as many characters as they could, like every character from every Super Smash Bros. Game up till now. If they still have the licenses for some of these series, do that and then some, like add even more characters. Because that's what it's all about, you know, the characters. So they have so many cool characters now